Hello, welcome to the Drama Coach. So this is update of week 2, taking myself and Lacey through our journey into screen acting. So I've made some notes because we've done a fair bit this week and I don't want to miss anything out. Also, I should go back retrospectively and say it's a good idea to be registered as self-employed. I am no financial advisor, but if you are going to be an actor, you are going to at some point need to be self-employed. I've already done that, so that's why I forgot to mention that, because I was self-employed before. So you'll need to do that. I'm sure there's lots of advice out there on how to get that started. I did some research for Lacey as well, and she can earn, I can't remember, she can earn a certain amount before we have to do any legalities there for her. And at the moment she's taking free jobs for experience, so that's not too much of a worry for her at the minute. So completing show reels. At the moment, Lacey still has her mini monologues out there. We haven't got a show reel together because it's changed to winter, so the light when we get home is not necessarily brilliant. And she's had a lot on doing auditions and callbacks, so we haven't got her show reel together yet. I've put one together for myself and it's very basic. It's what I can do at home for now. However, I've come up with some flashy ideas as to how I can make it better, but it's something for now. I'm not willing to kind of share it out to everyone, so I've done a private link. It's a good way to do it actually on YouTube. It's a nice and easy way to do it if you're used to using YouTube. You can upload your file, your video, and just have an unlisted link, that little symbol, an unlisted link, and then just send that link directly to the people who asked to see it. When I've got a nice flashy show reel with some proper experience, then I'll share it with everybody. But for now, I will just share it with those that need it and want to see a bit of what you can do. So things I learnt creating a show reel. A lot online talks about being specific, deciding what your brand is. So you don't necessarily want loads of massively contrasting characters in this short show reel, which they advise 60 to 90 seconds and not going over 120 seconds. So it's not long. Again, I put mine together through sort of monologues and bits, theatrical monologues that I'd already done with students, bits of that, nicked a bit of script from Casualty because I quite like that and like the idea of playing a doctor. So I've gone down a sort of mother professional route for my show reel. And again, so this whole be specific, but the idea of going for everything, especially if you have a look that's perhaps quite, versatile, then there's been lots of advice, go for everything. So I've done a sort of motherly / verging on professional show reel that I've made up myself, as I said. And if you're going for other roles, then make several show reels. Maybe make a show reel that shows you all action-packed kind of superhero or whatever it might be. So you can make more than one show reel. It says to show your personality. So again, mother roles for me, I think really suit because that's what I do most of the time. And I think a lot of my personality and passion goes into raising children, being with the children, again, being a teacher. I think for me, that does show my personality. It also talks about having a bit of a story. So I tried to weave the characters in, a bit from this one, a bit from that one, and try and make it sort of have a bit of a cliffhanger at the end. I don't know whether that helps or not, but I thought to make it a bit interesting and sort of change a bit of a story to my show reel. It must be accessible, and again, I've done that by using a YouTube link. And scenes that work for you, play to your strengths. I first of all did one in an American accent, and though I don't mind putting on a general American accent, I thought, is this really me, truly me? Probably not. So I took that one out and didn't use that one. Again, that's up to you. If you're awesome at accents, then get them in there. So that's show reels. So 60 to 90 seconds, specific, show your personality. And put your best scenes at the beginning. Well, hopefully they're all good. Don't leave the best till last because a casting director might not wait until the end to watch it all. So get the exciting stuff in there. So that's show reels, and we still need to make Lacey's. But it's getting the time to put that together because she's been involved in some callbacks, which was a nice experience. So we applied for a student film where I would play the mother and she would play the daughter. And that was quite fun to self-tape. Did it very quickly one morning before school, but she jumped on it and learnt lines much quicker than I did. She's got a nice fresh brain, so she really enjoys learning lines. So she had fun doing that. And we had a call back last night on Zoom. So that was a nice experience to meet some student filmmakers and talk to them a little bit more. So fingers crossed we'll get that role, and then she would be a lead in a short film and have a lot of material for her showreel, and it's not very far from here, so travel isn't too bad. What else have we done this week? So job opportunities for Lacey, so that was found on Facebook. Job opportunities for myself, I've got myself on Backstage. I believe it's the same as Mandy. I was £35 for a year to sign up, so I thought there was a nice little job on there coming up in France in a couple of weeks. Oh, that sounds interesting. So I've applied for lots of jobs on there. I'm not going to get too hung up about how many I apply for on there on Facebook. And again, I want to teach Lacey that the rejection or the not hearing back is part and parcel of the job. Just apply, as long as you're not letting anybody down and messing yourself up with dates. If you get lots of yeses, then obviously you need to be careful with double booking yourself. But for now, especially with some of the free work, just get yourself out there and apply for lots. And that's been fun and exciting, and looking what's out there. Personally, I've tried to avoid sci-fi. It doesn't do anything, that's our brand. There's lots of horror. Students seem to love to make horror films. But the one I quite liked the look of was being a forensic psychologist within a horror, so she's not so much in the horror scenes. And again, even if we don't hear back from some of this, it's been really good to get back into learning lines, to find out what the film scripts are like and just get used to them. Thinking of film scripts, today I started with a friend co-writing and developing a film script. We've got a story that we want to tell, and we're drawing in lots of experiences to a story that we want to tell. So we started writing that ourselves, which we will probably self-produce. We've looked into maybe offering it to other people. We're not sure. We feel quite precious about this story as well. So I would play the lead character, and then we've got some ideas as where we can practice. We'll be doing the opposite. I've been looking at, volunteering for some student films. We'll be looking for other people for some smaller roles to volunteer in our film and give someone else a chance, to get their showreel and get their experience up. So that's where we're at, really. Making sure, myself self-employed, and we'll look at Lacey a little bit further down the line. Getting the showreels ready, although like I said, not ready to share them with the wider world or wait until they're flashy. Yes, come to the flashy idea. Wasn't my idea, actually, it was someone else's. They said, why not use the people and the locations you know? As long as this is allowed, why not use somebody's tractor and do a farmer piece, or sit in the ambulance, whether I'm allowed, I need to find out, and wear my dad's uniform and have a conversation with him in that character. Use somebody else's house, garden, hair salon. Yes, we've got some nice little ideas there. Just writings. I thought about pulling out scripts, but actually we can just write some simple scripts for a variety of real life characters and have a little bit more interest to the showreel. As I said, at the minute, it's me doing monologues mainly at home or in the car. So just trying to make it a bit more diverse and exciting whilst I wait for these experience jobs to come through and to get the footage from those. So my first bit of paid acting was Thursday. I've got the allergy to prove it. Unfortunately, my lovely nurse's costume had poppers on, and I was allergic to the poppers there. So never mind, you suffer for your art, don't you? Really enjoyed being paid to act. But it did also, it was nice being back in a school, but it did make me think the irony of coming away from teaching and acting your first role in a school. It's kind of ironic to me. I'm ready to branch away from schools now and do lots of other things, but it was really exciting to work with some different people, and again to feel like you're worthwhile, getting a paycheck for acting, which to me is just great fun. Felt really good and really exciting. One more thing on Lacey. As I said, we haven't had time to get a show reel together, but she has been doing other things. So snapped a picture of her doing her self-tape. She had a film screening with her drama group this week. So, she walked the red carpet. We got to make a little reel there. So we're still making her some content for her social media. And again, she's amazing at learning lines. She's been testing me on my lines for my callbacks, which again, before I hand them to her, double check that they are appropriate. This was fine. She got very into the detective role, which was nice. And again, ironically, knew her lines better than I did. It's definitely good for me to get my head back into learning scripts rather than just chatting away freely. So yes, there we are. Show reels, get self-employed, get somewhere where you can find these jobs. For myself, it's Backstage and Facebook seem to be working pretty well. I'd love to know in the comments if there's somewhere else where you are finding your jobs or jobs for your children. There's a lot of modelling jobs for children. Again, it's not really what Lacey fancies. She wants to act. So if you've got any tips as to where those acting jobs can be found, then I'd love to hear it. Thanks very much for watching.